Oh wow, who bought you an Easter egg? Isn't it shiny? No, I'd advise not taking the wrapper off, it's too tempting. Put the wrapper back on. No, you can't eat it. Yes, you can't eat the egg. Not yet. It's only Good Friday. Well, let me tell you a little story. I'm going to show you a little film about Good Friday and what Christians believe about Easter. Just wrap that egg up, okay, for now? Is that all right? Yeah, you're up for it. Okay, let's go and have a look at why Christians celebrate Good Friday. The Easter story begins with God sending his very own Son to the earth, fully man yet fully God. He performed very many miracles, and many believed and followed, saying he is God's very own Son. Including those who followed were 12 men who were picked to be with Jesus on his travels. The news spread far and wide who and what Jesus had been doing. He entered Jerusalem before the festival of Passover on a donkey. The crowds waved their palms and shouted, "Hosanna!" Meanwhile, the religious leaders were not pleased by what Jesus was doing and also who he said he was. They claimed he was a false prophet. Jesus took his 12 disciples and laid out a banquet for the Passover meal. Jesus took the bread, gave thanks, giving it to his disciples. He said, "This is my body broken for you. Do this in remembrance of me." Again, with the wine, Jesus took it, gave thanks, and said, "Take it and drink. This is my blood, which is shed for you for the forgiveness of sins." Jesus explained that he was going to die. He went to the garden and prayed to his Father. In no time, the guards came for Jesus. He was beaten. The crowd shouted for him to be crucified. They nailed Jesus, battered, broken, and bruised, to a cross. To mock Jesus, they put a plaque above his head saying, "King of the Jews." He sacrificed himself so that you and me could be forgiven of all the things that we have done wrong. This Good Friday, we need to recognize what Jesus did for us on the cross. Even take the bread and wine as Jesus taught his disciples to remember what Jesus did. This story is far from over. We will continue this chat further on Sunday. Do you feel like you understand Good Friday now? Brilliant. What about going and doing a craft with me? Do you fancy doing a craft? Yeah? Let's go over to Caroline's Craft Corner for an Easter craft. Hi and welcome to this episode of Caroline's Craft Corner, a part of your Easter special episodes. So it's Good Friday and we're going to start our craft, which is going to finish. So we're going to finish the whole completed craft on Easter Sunday special as well. So you're going to need your usual items, which are your pens, your pencils, some white A4 card will be needed this week, and some scissors, so assistance with younger children needed on this craft. To start the craft, what you're going to need to do is take your piece of card, and what I've got here is a circle. Now the outside of the circle, I've created that with a small plate and a pencil, and then the inside of it, I've done a freehand of a circle on the inside, so we want a little bit of a gap. As you can see in the middle, I've crisscrossed the middle, so this bit needs to be cut out. Also, round the outside needs to be cut out also. So you can set your circle to one side just for now. We'll bring that back in a moment. But for now, we're going to concentrate on, if you can see these pictures that I've drawn, drawing the stages of the Easter story, the ones that we have discussed in the video prior to this. So we've got on here, we've got the journey to Jerusalem, so we've got a little donkey there. We've got some palms here with Palm Sunday. Also, the Last Supper, which is clearly a glass of wine there and some bread. Jesus praying, so I've just put a little book there. And Jesus dying on the cross. So what you're going to need to do is do similar. So you're going to need to draw each and every one of these that I've drawn. You can be a little bit more creative with some of the stages if you don't want to draw what I've drawn. But you're going to need to draw a circle as well and make sure that you have labelled each stage. Once you've drawn them, you can then cut them out and colour them in. Now you've got all your pictures cut out, you can start to put them on your circle. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off, I'm going to show you where to stick them. You can either stick them with glue or sellotape. So the first one that we're going to stick is the donkey. So this is the Jesus entering into Jerusalem on the donkey. That's going to go in the middle at the top there. Okay, next one, we've got our palm branches representing Palm Sunday. So they're going to be between, if we were thinking about a clock, between 1 and 2. Then we've got our Last Supper, which is going to be about 4 o'clock on here. Okay, then we've got our Jesus praying. So when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane, he was praying. So we're going to stick that between 4 and 5, so just after the Last Supper. And then at the bottom, in the middle, we're going to stick when Jesus dies on the cross. When you've managed to glue them into position, what you're going to need to do next is something that I've shown you right here, which is to put the descriptions of each picture next to them. So you will have cut them out at the same time. So at the top, we've got next to the donkey, the journey into Jerusalem, Palm Sunday over the palms, Last Supper near the wine and bread. We've got Jesus praying near this book, and we've got Jesus dies on the cross with a little picture just there. So make sure you just stick them on, and it just describes what each picture is showing you here on your little Easter garland. So this is where the craft is now going to be stopped and completed on Easter Sunday. So if you've got any spare card, keep your pens, your pencils to one side, and your scissors, because we're going to complete it then. So I'll see you again soon. I hope you have a wonderful Easter, and bye for now from Caroline's Craft Corner, and also your Easter edition of Children's Church Online.